Hello, I'm your host, Dios Pantera, on In-Ear Fetish. And this is basically a re-review of a vintage set, but I've never reviewed this set. This is the Moondrop Aria Snow Edition. And I don't think that's Weiss and Ruby, but it's close enough. Oof. You want it for this case. Like, that is just... You know how much this IEM costs? Right now, it's Cyber Monday, because I'm doing a bunch of them on Cyber Monday. This is $67.99, regularly $80. So even at the full price of $80, box, cover art waifu, look at the hand detail. You know people can't draw a hand? Look at the knuckles on it. And it's the same exact tuning as the original. It's just white. So you get the white case, you get the white box. I don't want to take them out of my ears yet. Can I listen a little bit longer? Let me describe how these are, because that's my job here, is to describe how they sound. Because you can't tell how they sound. Anyone can look up pictures, but I have to tell you how they sound. These are if the Fast and the Furious movies were an IEM. See, you can't get that sort of criticism from any other reviewer, because it's like I was listening to like the heavy songs from Arcane, like the pre-made songs. Like, what the hell was the last song I was listening to? No, not that one. Nope, I've lost it. They're all gone. Anyway, like real like clubbing, just aggressive. You know, pull up your car and the doors are shaking off. That's these IEMs, and they're doing what I would usually expect from an IEM that's a few $100s, where it's like, hey detail, like aggressive sound. Oh, got some sounds. They're doing it for $80. So these are still a default recommendation. I can't stop listening to them. I really should just like stop and then like not keep switching them between different amplifiers. Vocals like aggressively centered. Yeah, if you have... Ooh, what's this? Oh, never mind. It's a Trevolo sampler meditation. There's like a bell. It just went bing. Now there's water dripping around me. Oh God, am I getting into ASMR right now? Oh yeah, you know what? This song is going right here into the new playlist. Nope. New test. Yeah. Right next to Rachel and my science project. You know, these are the kind of IEMs that I would only define as aggressively good. Like, do I want to relax in them? Kind of not really. Like, that's like the tin, T2. I mean, right now, are we, as a society, are we going to say, like, well, that's a cheaper IEM Zeos because it's 50 instead of 80? Under $150 is all like the same category to me. Unless you need, like, dirt cheap, like blonde BLO3s. It was like $29. Once you're past the $50 mark, like $49.99, then every IEM from 50 to like 150 is basically competing. There's not like, well, this one's cheaper, this one's more expensive. So to put this in the same categories as those means you get to not feel bad if you pick these over that, or not feel like a cheap ass if you pick these over something that's $120. Because these come at you like, you see how long and sharp her nails are? Yeah, because she's telling you to be quiet as she holds you down in the librarian's office and does her things to you. I thought that's a very big earring. I just realized that's her earring, and she's got lots of piercings. I don't, you know, yeah, I'm into it. I'm cool. I'm cool with that. These impress through sheer fucking violence, and that's a weird thing for Moondrop, because Moondrop is usually a little more laid back. Just a little bit more, little variations, you know, big wide sounds. Like the Moondrop things, like little quirks. Moondrop doesn't fuck around. When Moondrop puts out a thing called the Aria, which is, why are we using that name when the Arias exist, like the Hyphen Arias? Why are we using that name? Yeah, I don't have a negative to say about these. Except if you want to relax, these are not going to help you. These are going to get you moving. If you're exercising, if you're going out, the body needs to move. The blood in your body needs to fucking dance. And these. If you're literally watching Fast and the Furious, and you need to feel those fucking high chase scenes, these. They're small. They don't go too hard as far as like size. They're very pretty. For a man or a woman could enjoy this thoroughly. The tips they come with, I'm using Dakoni tips on there because I use Dakoni tips and everything, are really interesting because these are like normal standard bullshit tips. I don't give a shit about those. These are ribbed for your pleasure. Ribbed this way, not the way that would keep it from coming out of your ear. Ribbed in a front to back manner. And they have a very big opening. Even though it's a back's a normal opening, the front is like very conical. It's like a waveguide almost. And these don't have that. So that's an interesting tip. I wonder what they're trying to accomplish with that as far as fitment goes. I like the case. I like how simple it is. For an $80 IEM, perfectly acceptable. If you're looking for a gift for someone, maybe someone who would like a little bit fairer color in their life, absolutely ideal. I love the just like a red slidable gasket is what indicates left and right on the thing. You could probably cut that off and get real confused because I don't think there's any other indicator on. Oh, wait, nope, there is. Just in the clear coat it says an R. They did this because it's better. The wire itself, I was going to change it out to the Chimera cable, the Z Reviews Let's Sure Chimera cable. But at $80, you're not going to spend $50 on a cable. I don't think you are. If you have a balanced player and you want to go with a balanced thing, it actually does require a little bit of a shove. It requires a little bit of, just a little, get out of there. You know what? I actually don't know. Diamond-like diaphragm dynamic driver in-ear monitor. High performant, they forgot the E in performance. High performant diamond-like diaphragm dynamic driver in-ear headphone. I think it's just a single dynamic, which makes it rather... How do they get such an aggressive dynamic in there? Yeah, modified waveguide, dual cavity dynamic, ultra fine, imported Daikoku CCWA voice coil, blah, 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 blah. I believe APO sent this to me. APOS currently has it on sale for $68. It'll back up to $80 by the time you see it. It doesn't matter. These are still a steal at $80. When you go a little bit more expensive and you can start looking at the Stellaris and things like 100, 110, you're looking at planars now versus dynamics. If you had these and TIN T2 DLCs, I think the DLCs were the good ones, right? There were so many fucking TIN T2s, my brain hurts. If you had both of them, you wouldn't be like, well, I have two IEMs that are the same. You have two IEMs that are very different. You've got your aggressive, get your feet moving IEMs, and you got your more laid back, but still detailed IEMs. Or you get the original OG TIN T2s, then you really have a relaxed set. Or then you got the planar Giant Panda 10 P1 Max, and then you're like, that's the opposite of these. Polar opposite. Get it? Polar. Because it's the snow edition. You understand what I'm saying. You get it. Get it, man. It's funny, man. It's funny. Yeah, no, still exactly, because I think I got rid of my original Arias. I gave them to a friend because I was like, what am I going to do with these? Because I have so many IEMs. For $80, it's not like I'm giving away like an expensive one. $80 is like, that's a good gift. It's a solid gift to someone. So yeah, do I still recommend the Arias even though they're the snow edition? Fuck yeah. Nothing's changed on them. They're great. And they're even prettier now. The other ones are a little bit dark and brooding. This is more light and aggressive and violent. I like violence sometimes. Violence sometimes is the answer. And the Arias will show that to you. Anyway, wallpaper in the Horde. Links to these on APOS, unless it's somewhere else, and I'll link it to that place. You got all the things. Wallpaper, again, in the Horde. Did I mention the wallpapers in the Horde? If you know how the Horde works, go to my second channel, watch my video on Resilio Sync. It's basically torrents, but for me giving out to everybody, and they will share. It's a big mission of things. Patreon subscribe so it supports this channel. This. I'm ending this video. I'm going to keep these short. Reviews are short, especially ones I've done already, and you know I love them. This is too big, though. This little rubber thing this is too big.